We have all been enjoying the I Am Sherlock stories because women are finding some boundaries. They're finding a shiny new spine and letting other people do some of the work, not just taking on tasks to be taking them on. And so this woman is talking about her husband and planning a holiday party. So let's go ahead and get into it. She says hubby has recently reconnected with a few of his childhood high school buddies, more than just Facebook, actually getting together about once a month. He wants to invite them and their spouses over for a little holiday party. Great. He picks a day, next Saturday. I hear nothing else, except he asked our team not to work. I didn't realize he meant all day. I told her, sure, work till 3. Now he's mad at me. She's not off all day. Not sure why. Of course, you know why. He wants to run y'all's teenager, make sure that he has a gopher to go do the things that he needs for this party. She says, but back to admiring the walls. He tells me today 2 of the 4 can't come. Hasn't heard from the other 2. Is there another day they can? I ask. I don't know. Okay. I have no idea of a time or menu or anything. Also, I was gone all weekend and all of the holiday decor boxes are still in the living room. And I know it's not true Sherlocking because I will help if he were to ask, but I'm not going to ask a bunch of planning, shopping, cooking questions, and I will not participate in any panic that may ensue when everything gets pushed off to, Thursday or Friday, because remember, the party is supposed to be next Saturday. Cole Chris says, I support you, but I also hope that you have said to him explicitly that it's nice that you're having a holiday party for your friends. I have enough to do in the holidays, so you'll need to be in charge of all of the planning for your party. The explicit communication will be a godsend for the wall staring later and avoid potential arguments. And the great Mayhaps says to that woman, part of Sherlocking is expecting that people will carry out the plans that they make and will ask you for help, not trying to get them to do anything. And then we got TJTT says, meanwhile, the buddies' spouses are all going Saturday. We can't do that. We've got X, Y, and Z to go to because holiday season busyness that many of the guys seem to forget about. Blue Dot in Tennessee says, and their spouses was probably supposed to be your cue to get to work planning and executing. And why can't the daughter work? Was she supposed to be helping you with all the preparations? I'm so confused. Nobody is confused. We know that the daughter was supposed to be doing the runaround and all of that kind of stuff. Then Lisa says, yep, I love this because if you ask, they will act overwhelmed and expect you to take over. Please stare at the walls and save your sanity. We have enough happening this month. And just for the people who have not been following the topics and the dramas in the I Am Sherlock series, staring at the walls mean I'm just going to go over there and I'm going to admire the walls and I'm not going to be involved in all of this craziness. So the Pirate Darcy, the OP says, I'm considering doing the whole overwhelm him with demands of what's happening, but that feels malicious to me. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just not going to plan it. And then Blue Dot in Tennessee says, maybe just ask what time you should be dressed. That is a way to get out the whole timing situation. What time should I be dressed for this? What time are we going to be doing such and such and such and such? All of that. That's some probative questions without trying to overwhelm or do whatever. Dating Coach Paige says, also, don't swoop in Thursday or Friday. So you see, all of this started 6 days ago. Now we're on the first update, which was 4 days ago. She says, update, we now have 2 couples coming and 2 kids under 10, but we might change the date. The house is a disaster. No food has been planned. At least at Christmas, you can overlook some of the mess for the shiny twinkling lights. Shar and Max says, his party, his responsibility. P.S. Lou says, there is no we here. This is on him. And then Jen in Dallas says, I hope hubby is all over the cleaning up. All right, so now we're 3 days out. This is the next update. It says the decor boxes are out of the living room and safely stored in the garage. We've had a few discussions about food. Arrival time is around 5 or 6. I think it's 3 of the 5 plus us now. Also, I only met one of the other wives/girlfriends, But I have known these guys for over 20 years. So yes, I'm happy to see them all together. Also happy to not be making myself crazy over this get together. The Shaza says, did he initiate the time and food questions? Also, did he ever clarify why daughter can't work? Seems to me he wants her to give up paid work for unpaid work. And so here's Darcy saying he did initiate the food question, which led to, well, what time did you tell everyone? There was something he wanted us all to go do on Saturday, which is slightly crazy because we can't be gone all day and then have people over that night. And then the Shazah says they will learn. And yeah, never two things like that in one day. Way too much. Now we're 1 day ago with this next update saying, one of the wives called me today. I had met her once and she seems very nice, but apparently she asked her husband to ask my husband for my phone number because she has no information about tomorrow night. What time? Is it formal? Can they bring their kids? What can they bring? The fact that she didn't trust her husband to ask those questions and receive reasonable answers is how we all ended up here admiring the walls. Oh, and did he tell us she is gluten-free and has a seafood allergy? No, ma'am, he did not. Like, carries an EpiPen allergy. I asked my husband if Buddy mentioned this. I don't know, maybe. We're serving shrimp and oysters. She assured me that it's really only if she eats it. It's okay to have it on the table. I'm going to need more wine. Keep going, because you got this, says, oh, that's a hard one to not get involved with. Were you tempted to give the phone to your husband? And then Darcy says, I was, until she told me about the allergy. And then it was clear that it was about safety, not comfort. It's one thing to only buy red wine or not have rolls for the ham, but I really don't want people leaving my house for the ER. Janelle says, I am livid with either her husband or yours because anaphylaxis is a big effing deal. I have an anaphylactic carrot allergy. I know it's weird. It's also severe. If carrots are cut on a cutting board, I cannot eat anything else on that board until it is thoroughly cleaned. If other guests aren't thinking about allergies, they have no hesitation on moving serving utensils between items at a buffet, causing a reaction. If her husband was cavalier about her seafood allergy, he must hate her. And then Darcy says, I appreciate your level of concern. I have several family members with allergies, including a shellfish. However, I am following her lead with this. Also, I'm not sure why her husband didn't feel it was necessary to share her allergy. Why are they so laid back about it, and yet she has an EpiPen? Then Janelle responds with, the husband's interactions is wild to me. When I'm at a restaurant with either my husband or father, if I inform the waiter of my allergy and they seem dismissive, either of them will step in to add emphasis. Yes, waiter, I realize it's weird that I asked if my sandwich has carrots on it, but I found carrot juice in honey mustard and have been served a roast beef sandwich that has diced carrots on it. Both of those were very bad days. Please just inform the kitchen of my allergy. So people can really have tragic consequences because of this. People need to take these things seriously. Then Miss Redpen says, honestly, the only reason the men are in charge is because we let them think they are. And it's probably time they weren't. And then the Fierce Kitty says, not probably, definitely. All right, so now at this point, we're still a day away. It says, update. One of the buddies' moms heard about the gathering. She's very excited about them all being together again and wants to come too. Sure, why not? She's always kind of fancied herself to be the cool mom, holding court amongst her boys. This is getting more interesting by the minute. And then Kaylin says, okay, I'm definitely adding you to my Threads of Our Lives feed. I just know this is going to be wild. This is the day of the party. So she says, update. So far today, 3 trips to the grocery, 2 trips to the liquor store, 1 food delivery that arrived early. Super cool mom has called several times, wants to know if she can bring her dog. That's so weird. She says, I've left to get my nails done. And to that I said, yay, because she is trying to stay out of the fray, and I am happy for her. That is a real boundary. Now, Lori says, who made the trips to the grocery store? And then Darcy says, not me. High five. She's on it. Miss Bobby Mack is wondering, why do people have to bring their pets to a party? And then Darcy says, I don't know. I love my dogs, but I'm not taking them to someone else's holiday party. And to that, Jackie says, I only take my dog when they explicitly say to bring him, not he can come, bring him. And to that, Trinade says, no, we've just gotten a new cat. And take a pit stop by the shelter and adopt a cat. Please don't adopt a cat just because. That's kind of strange. We are 2 hours away from the start time. She says, update. Party is starting in about 2 hours. Got home from the nail appointment. Hubby is watching the Army-Navy game in his sweats. Not a care in the world. Guess everything is ready to go. Heading upstairs to shower and get dressed. And then this person says, the party starting in 2 hours. This was posted 2 hours ago. And then High Vibe Hermit says, looks like I'm right on time. And so was I. I was right on time to start gathering all of these so that we didn't have to breadcrumb it and trickle all of the information down. All right, we got another update. It says, okay, guys, I can't keep sneaking into the bathroom for updates. So here's a few things. 1, Cool Mom brought the dog. It's a tiny little something that's 1,000,000 years old and has like 3 teeth and is either on her lap or in her purse. Growls at everyone that walks by. She is holding court in the living room, aka Scarlet at the barbecue at 12 Oaks. 2, we put the seafood outside and ask everyone to wash their hands after eating, which honestly, raw oysters are easier to clean up outside. 3, one couple obviously had a huge fight on the way here because she is chugging wine and loudly whispering, bastard, every time he walks by. Rep Todd is being nosy about this couple that's having a huge fight. He posted this picture of this dude outside vacuuming his grass. Now, Diamond Smoking says, let's focus on that one couple. And then this next girl, the Cali girl in the wind says, yes, we need updates on this couple. I Am Jewel says, the only thing that could make this better is if one of the wives follows you, not knowing it's you until now. Girlster says, but how or who did the table setup? Who moved or carried the food outside? Did Hubs realize on his own that sitting in his sweats watching football for 2 hours before guest arrives is well? And then she says, how did it all come together? Was he truly Sherlocked? How are your walls? And then this woman says this. And then here Fowl says, where did this seafood come from? LOL, I read there were 2 trips to the grocery store, but not that anything was bought. Who bought it? What did he buy? Is it prepared food? AJ Danny says they were having seafood, but one wife is allergic, so that's why the comment of them being outside. And then here Fowl says, no, I mean, where did it physically come from? Who delivered it? Who set it up? Etc. And then History Gal says, loving the ancient dog having Scarlett O'Hara barbecue energy. Thick Like a Blunt says, she should know that she has a dog that doesn't like people. That's weird she would want to bring it. That couple arguing is so unserious. LOL. Why would they bring that drama to a party? I know something will go down with the way you say she's drinking. Econ Girl says, you are a goddess for these updates, and I am living vicariously through you tonight. And then this person at the bottom says, ooh, drama. And then posts this picture that says, drama. All right, another update. She says, 1, Cool Mom asked for someone to bring her some oysters. Explained that she needed to go outside for those. She replied that surely one of her boys, no joking, could bring her a plate. Went through the explanation again. Gave the evil eye to one person who started with the, well, I'm sure it would be fine. Nope, sorry. Both she and the dog are not happy. 2, angry wife still not happy with the husband. Found a sympathetic ear with Cool Mom. Go figure. 3, hubby made several interesting choices of serving platters / bowls, etc. But at least he found and used them. Okay, he had to ask where they were, but still, at least he thought through this. At least the thought crossed his mind. 4, something was put in the oven to warm and was forgotten until it was inedible. Heck, I've done that. 5, there are no rolls for the ham. 6, one buddy has started making comments about, I can't believe your wife didn't do X, Y, and Z. And then the Fairy Tale Connection says, 6, Start agreeing with him out loud. Yeah, she's horrible. So lazy. Grandma Bobcat says, oh, that hubby of point number 6. Thanks for the update. How are your walls and how are your nails doing? Then she says, sorry, I posted before finishing. Hubby pointed out that it was a gathering for his friends and he was perfectly capable to run to the store and make sure we had ice. And yes, maybe the dip turned into a rock in the oven, but it's okay. He also said, why should I have to run around and constantly check on things? And then Pringle Douglas says, does he know what a good friend your husband is? And then she says, your husband has just saved your friend's life. All right, then she says, update. Wife of idiot hubby basically said that she couldn't imagine leaving it all to him because then we would have 1 case of beer, some bourbon, and maybe some chips. Okay, if that's what he plans, so be it. Look, it's not about doing everything I would do it. It's about taking some ownership and responsibility, not always asking for a list or assuming I will do it all. Oops, I gotta run. Someone found my wall admiring hiding space. Somehow Alice says, I wish all women would realize that they deserve better. And then Nay Stellar says, and knew what it looked like to have better. Liz the Squirrel says, yes, it's so hard to know when you've never seen what better looks like. Picking Black Raspberry says, my ex wanted his D&D friends to come over. They'll bring everything. The men bought 5 bags of chips. The only woman brought a pie. I hate it when people are hungry in my house, so I was glad I hadn't listened and bought 2 dozen bagels with cream cheese. Dame Chaos says, remember to take the bottle of wine with you when you hide in the bathroom. Lock the door. Appreciated Beauty says, glad it all came together, but I know you're already more than ready for the night to be over. I admit I'm a bit disappointed you didn't hide out in the tub like previously suggested, but it's a relief to see hubby sticking up for you and defending your honor against the a-hole buddy who decided to inquire why you weren't doing X, Y, and Z. Kudos to the hubby for that. And then she has, who is this? Here she has Blanche saying, phew, that's such a relief. I agree with Katie here. I'm literally just at this party with you at this point. And that's the end of her updates as of the time that I took these screenshots. It seems that it was a success. Her husband threw a party. He did all of the work or most of the work. If he needed her help, he delegated something. But she did well in staying away and holding her boundaries. I am so happy to see this type of thing happening, and I'm so happy that I get to bring you these threads and bring this to life. Let me know what you think about this one. Join the conversation, like, comment, and share. And if you're not following me on YouTube, I'm pressing towards 100,000 subscribers, so go ahead and smash follow.